So this episode of the Rebel Ears podcast, I had a quick interview with KwaShonne at East Atlanta Village Treehouse, where we discuss artist development, free write, and what it takes to be an independent artist in today's industry. So let's go ahead and get into this episode. How y'all doing, everybody? This is Ray of RebelEars.com with another episode of the Rebel Ears podcast, shot at East Atlanta Treehouse, where you can come to take off ATL every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I got a special guest, KwaShonne. How you doing today?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, Ray?
Hey, I'm wonderful. First off, thank you for coming out to Treehouse to do this quick little interview, man.
I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? You're actually starting my press tour a little early, so I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
No problem. No problem.
He throwing off my whole rollout and everything, man. But it's for Ray, though, so, I had to do it.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
So the way that I found KwaShonne
Yes, sir.
is from Instagram stories. I talk a lot about Takeoff ATL, Treehouse, King Fresh, shout out to him. And one thing that's big on me is the engagement from artists, producer, engineers, whatever field that you're in. If you're consistent, someone's going to gravitate more on the lines of what you're doing. And one thing that attracted me to you was your content itself.
I appreciate that, brother. That's love, man. I really appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, because we had a quick discussion about when it comes to being a creator, because we're in the space that social media is taking over. Businesses have to have a platform just so they can drive traffic.
Right.
And I was watching a couple of your videos, and I'm just, man, the quality is on point, the graphics, the outline. So do you do it yourself, or do you hire somebody to do your content?
So that's the beautiful thing about it, bro. I've been in this game for 8 years now.
Yeah.
Or whatnot, music industry. Fortunately, I was able to build a team. You know what I'm saying? So when I first came in, under my uncle's tutelage, shout out to DJ Grip Grain.
Shout out.
The biggest thing before I was even able to touch a mic, he told me, he was like, nephew, if we finna do this, we're gonna do this the right way. I need you to learn everything about the business. I had to go do my research. I had to study. So, cutting the story shorter or whatnot, when it came to it, team building is like a very important part of the music business. So, doing some networking, I was able to find like very, very talented people to bring on to the team or whatnot. So, a lot of the stuff I do by myself, but then there's a couple of things that I don't. So, I screenwrite and all that stuff. I do the treatments myself or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to what I want in the story I'm trying to tell. But I've done the video work. It's like any artist, man. Like when you first start and you have to be your own team before you build your own team. So there's a lot of things that I did run. I done did the photography, because I had to take my own pictures. I done did the videography because I had to shoot some of my own earlier stuff.
Yeah.
So I definitely started outsourcing because I started actually looking for it because, you're going to hit a pinnacle in things that aren't your ministry. So it was like, okay, I don't reach as far as I can get in both of these, bro. Now I need to find the people that actually fantasize, dream about media as much as I fantasize and dream about the music part. You see what I'm saying?
Same drive as you, yeah.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So I just need to find those people or whatnot. I know what I need to see now. I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But I just can't do it, so I'm going to go find the person that I know that can get it. So, yeah. So, for sure, no, it's a collaborative effort.
So 3 things that you just told me. You have a good mentor to start with, your uncle.
For sure.
Yeah, that's needed, especially when you come out into whatever field that you're in. You want guidance, the right guidance, who can lead you in the right direction, saying, I made this mistake, this is what you need to do to prevent this. And then you also done everything from the ground up. So if there's something that a videographer did, you might be like, you know what, I see your concept, but because of my background and what I know, what I like, this is what I want to do. Because sometimes artists, they'll let the videographer, photographer, or even the producer take the realms of the artistry. When the artist, of course, you should give space to whoever you work with.
Allow them to work, like, for sure, hands down. Like, I always give them free range or whatnot. I always just give guidelines, so you 100% correct.
But you got to be hands-on.
But you got to be.
Got to be.
You got to be, and vocal. You got to be hands-on and vocal about the things, because it only helps to build that relationship, and that's why my team is as strong as it is, because on both sides, we're able to take criticism. Like, one, if I say, hey, I wanted it like this, they'll, well, Quay, I think it's better, because they're experts in their field. So it's like, hey, Quay, I hear you. I know why you want it like that, but I promise you it's going to be better like this. And there's give and take, and there's respect on both sides. So it's like, oh, okay, well, hey, bro, I trust you.
Yeah.
They'll tell you I said a lot, I trust you.
Until it drops out, you be like, so I trusted you, and this is how the trust ends. Okay. I know next time.
I know next time. I definitely know next time.
But you good on constructive criticism.
I am definitely.
Yeah. I think that's missing with artists because even at Takeoff ATL with King Fresh host the event, and there's artists who they'll perform and they'll leave the stage. They won't network. They won't ask for feedback about, hey, okay, this is my first time out here. What do you think about performance? They don't really gravitate towards improvement.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I really hope that what I want to give to them is that there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
As well as you always be trying to better yourself in each and every way. And like a big thing that's missing from these days is artist development. And I feel like they don't know what that looks like. So, you know what I'm saying? A part of it is, one, you have to want it, but two, when you don't know what it looks like,
Yeah.
you don't know how to seek it out or whatnot. So, and that's just one of the things that I strive to do when it comes to artists, because that's something on the side that I definitely do. Like I have people I host different consultations. Like, come sit down with me, bro, because there's a couple of things that you can bear to tighten up, man, on your journey, and not just even for the sense of personal gain. It's just like I know where I was when I first started. I had my uncle, a mentor, but once again, it's so much information that I had to go get on my own as well.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So then within that, being able to, depart that amongst the other artists out here is, saying it's a huge thing for me. But you got to stay hungry though, please.
And
please
you got to stay self-educated.
You got to.
Consistently. Because even when you was talking about, okay, my uncle gave me some gems, but let me try to see how I can map it out to elevate on my status. Yeah,
man, it was a beautiful time. Like, cause it was some times, bro. Throughout this matriculation, like, Uncle had to close down shop at one point in time. I remember that. So it's easy when you can go to your Uncle house and record. You know what I'm saying? It's way easy when you go to Uncle house, man, and get that work in. I can stay in there overnight. I ain't got no time to be rushed out and all these other different things.
You don't have to worry about no studio block?
None of that. But then, as we all do, things happen or whatnot. So then it's like, okay, Quay, what you gonna do? You just gonna sit on your thumbs, or are you actually gonna go out here and make a way? So, which led to more networking and meeting great people and tightening my artistry as well, because now, when you have to pay for certain time, you want to make sure that you're using your time the right way. This is before I had my own studio situation, but obviously, meeting other great people, bro, like it tightened my artistry. It's like, okay, I need to be efficient when I go into this studio room. I will have this much time, you know what I'm saying? I need to make sure that, I'm going to go ahead and write this song out entirely. I'm going to rehearse it, and then once I get in the studio, now I have more time to play with it, because I'm not spending my time in there trying to figure out, one, how to write a song, or
not being prepared.
And like, oh, I don't know the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's great.
Yeah, you gotta value your time, especially as an artist. When you go into a session, some artists, they'll book a 4-hour session and might come out with a verse or a hook.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. It should be strategic. Like, you hit the engineer up, hey, just letting you know, I'm going to email you these 4 tracks I want to do. I know we got 4 blocks, but I might do a full song on this track. I might work on the hook on this one, seeing how it plays out. I know the last session we had, there was a little fixes I want to make. And, when you map out the exact way that you want your session, it goes out fluent instead of just being up in the air.
Bro. Very perfectly, man. And that's one thing that I implore too. I know it's a lost art form, man, and I kind of coined the term. I don't know if it's out there or whatnot, but, a lot of people say they freestyle. I call it free write, because, they go in and they punch in a lot. So I call that free writing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I call it free writing. Like, you're not freestyling, you're free writing, because I done seen some freestylers, and that's a whole different realm. And them boys, woo. But a lot of people free write these days. They don't go in there and write stuff down. They just go in there, hit a beat, and try to, like, they punch me in. Like, that's fine when you have your own situation.
Yeah.
But when you out here and you have to make sure every single one of your moves count, do yourself a favor and write that song before you get there and memorize it, so you can get the most out of your studio session. I promise you, man, it makes all the difference. I've done it. I've lived it.
And I like that free write, because, of course, freestyle is based off of you freestyle, you don't stop, there's no breaks, no punches. When you're in a session, you might do this one bar and you might take 5 minutes. What should the next bar be? That's free writing, because you don't have to have a pen and a pad, but you just need time to map out the next bar, the next hook, whatever whatever's necessary. I like
and it's
that.
dope, and I like it. And I'm not and don't get me wrong, I'm not demonized. I'm just saying for where you are as an artist,
Yeah.
in your journey, in your career. In the beginning, you definitely need to please don't go in there and try to free write, like actually write your verse, man. Write your verse and stuff because it's fun. Because it's fun being able to actually just be in the studio and just allow the beat and take you wherever it is. Free writing is a lot of songs in the the upper industry are free written, but they can afford to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
They can afford to do that. Man.
They book in 12 hours. Well,
Right.
not 12 hours, but like a whole block for 12 hours at Treehouse Studios
Right.
in the A room, and
the-
you thinking like that's the consistency of okay, we got the engineer book, we bringing this producer in for you. We don't have anything written, but as soon as you get in there, that's on you. But that's a lot of money.
They sending that invoice back to the studio and to the label anyway, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they ain't
right
gotta
off.
worry about it. Right.
Yeah.
They sending that off. So, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I want to get back to we talked a little about it, artist development.
Yeah.
So based off of you, how would you describe artist development from what you have in the past? Because some artists probably thinking like, what is that?
Right. So artist development is something that was a standard long time ago from the beginning of the music industry. Like you can track this all the way back to whatever. There was always something called artist development.
Yeah.
Your favorite stars and everybody that you know what I'm saying, you know how it goes back then, bro. You didn't know them in their first 3 years because they was going through the process of artist development. The process is when they take fresh talent, fresh and promising talent,
Yeah.
and they take them through this process, molding them into being the superstar that they're going to be. And that's in every single facet. The look, and nowadays the look spans not just from how they look, but social media presence and the persona and all of these different things. Of course, the music or whatnot, working with the best writers or whatever, trying to help them learn how to be more proficient at recording and working on their voice. And then out in the front, the paperwork side. I mean, that's one thing that they didn't do, but nowadays
Music
that's a
business
part
wise,
of,
yeah.
Right, that's a part of, because back then they used to just keep them in that segment, but now in the digital age that we in, artist development encompasses a little more that independent artists need to know, which is the paperwork and the business side and how to broker these deals for yourself. So that's the process that I went through.
Yeah.
When I first started, that I went through. I was in a whole crash course with myself, seeking this information and this knowledge out, and that's what it is today. But unfortunately, they don't do that no more. Labels aren't doing that no more, and that's why artists don't even know what it looks like or how to even emulate it. Because one, what they're doing is they're allowing you to go out, build a fan base,
Yeah.
and then they determine that you're worth the time, right?
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game now, but then unfortunately, because you don't have the development or you haven't went through the development, then that puts you in an odd position because now they're offering you things and you think, oh, this is everything. But that's only a piece of the pie, man. You actually have the control and leverage. But that's what artist development is. It's taking you from fresh, wet behind the ears to being a seasoned and knowledgeable artist who knows how to handle their business, because you are the business. The artist is the business.
Yeah, you gotta see yourself as a product. If you don't see yourself as a product, you are wasting valuable time on your brand itself, because
And money.
You're your personal brand. Anytime you go on stage, you perform, you're your own brand. So the way that people win these events, how they get record deals, how they get the streaming numbers, they go through artist development. So, not all of them, because like we just talked about, it's a numbers game. If you have a decent amount of followers and you influence your community to the point that they value your insight, it don't even have to be just the music that you're streaming. It could be product that you're selling,
Right.
merchandise. Yeah, it's a lot of avenues when it comes to income.
It is. It's definitely a lot of income. You just have to know how to, reaching for one. But like that's the biggest thing is that you have to develop as an artist. You can't stop developing as an artist. And that I promise you, because that's going to be your biggest life raft as you're floating down this river trying to find which niche in the music industry that you want to get into.
Exactly.
The more that you develop yourself, the more information that you get under your belt to help you, look like a polished artist. Because it don't take much to look like a polished artist. You
That's
know
true.
what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to look like a polished artist. It's just certain tweaks and things like that, and boom, you look credible. People
I think
want to
it's
approach you.
Yeah, I think it's the time that you spent to improve yourself. From it could be physically, it could be mentally, and it could even be how you go into a session itself. Because let's say last session you're thinking, man, I only had two verses done, and I was there for like 6 hours.
6 hours. Ooh.
Yeah. I think, no lie, I saw Okay, this was when I used to work with my mentor Steve Hibicki, who's a multi-platinum engineer, and
Shout out to Steve.
yeah, shout out. He took me to Astro Studios because he was working on an artist, and I remember just watching him 3 straight hours working on the kick and the bass. Yeah, because when it comes to the industry standard of what's out there, they spend a lot of time in the studios.
A lot of time in the studio, bro. It's that process. It's a beautiful experience to see a master work,
Yeah,
because like, and that's another thing, because efficiency is everything. Like we were just talking about recording, right, and just making sure that you're good on your end with recording, because
Yeah.
one, of course, that's a cost, but the separate cost is behind the scene for the mixing and the mastering, bro. What somebody's finna do to that mixing and master, normal mixing and mastering processes take like over a span of 3 to 6 months, and that's one song. That's a single, y'all. If y'all didn't know that, like it takes time. I mean, it's, of course, better technology. It's a little faster, but it's still a thick range, because multiple people are working on like all the hit songs and stuff we hear these days, bro. Trust, it's been worked on.
you gotta look at the credits.
3, 4 look at the credits.
Look at the credits.
All them names, they be having 3, 4 engineers. They be having 4 or 5 people that mix and master. One person mixed and mastered, the other person came back and remixed and remastered. Man, bro, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful process, man. Definitely a beautiful process, and that takes time. So that's where you want to spend most. Like that's the portion that it's okay to spend more time on, because they're fine tuning everything. It shouldn't take you 16 hours to get one song out the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you just reminded me of Kanye West, All of the Lights.
Yeah.
He had like, 30 artists doing just the hook.
Yes.
30, and that just show you the amount of value that he has in his craft. It's not just, okay, we're just going to put a track out and see how it goes. No, Kanye West was in the studio. And this wasn't just 1 month. I think it took like, half a year to do that one song?
To get that one song.
One
the intentionality
song.
behind that song was insane, man. And as we see, it's still a staple today. You still hear All the Lights in different commercials,
Exactly.
in different movies and stuff. They're played. I mean, maybe not as much today, because
If you're a content creator and you need to turn your long form videos into short clips, go ahead, click the link in the description. Opus Clip is what I use to turn all of my long form content into short clips that I use on all the platforms. So go ahead, click the link in the description. Try it out.
Brother Ye be having his own trials and tribulations.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, Ye.
But you know what I'm saying, when before that and prior to that, you hear it everywhere. You may still hear it here and there every once in a while, but that's what happens when the proper time is allocated. You know what I'm saying, and you've developed yourself to that point where you're creating beautiful products and art like that, man.
And then, okay, I'm gonna do one more Ye reference.
Oh, come on.
Because
I love Ye. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Ye.
I love Ye.
Some is
Artist wise, amazing.
Love Ye, man.
Personal, hey, that's on you. That's on you.
Right. That's I pray for my brother.
Yeah, I pray for him too.
Pray for my brother, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I remember when Graduation came out, Stronger. When you watched like the documentary, I guess it was a documentary. It was like behind the scenes of how it was brought from Kanye West picking like 5 to 6 different engineers to mix it. I know he got Manny Marroquin to finally mix it, and then when it comes to the drums, he brought Timbaland in.
Come on. Yeah, it had Timbaland on them drums. Like, cause Timbaland, I think he admired Timbaland a lot, and Timbaland was that guy when it came. Don't nobody do drums like Timbaland.
Nobody. You can make it be like, hey, I need something like, and he'll go in the studio, he'll create. How do you do that? Hey, this my job.
That's his job. That's his thing. That's his Timbaland, man. That's that Timbaland effect.
Yeah. And then one thing, a lot of people, when it comes to music wise, because I heard from Fat Joe, he was talking about a big mixing engineer in the industry, Jason Joshua, who was a prodigy of Dave Pensato. And he was talking about what engineers are missing is the sonic quality. Because it shouldn't just be about, okay, this mix sounds good. How does it make you feel? How does it resonate with you? It's all about, if you do more research on different frequencies, even with EQ, because there could be, just a little bump and it might just change.
Everything just so differently. And, that goes into what we was talking about earlier about when I was talking about the team and stuff like that, because another quality of trying to build a team is when I was saying that I want to see that passion that I have for music and whatever you're doing. That's the exact same thing. Like, you want to when you're partnering and creating these long-lasting relationships with people, producers and stuff like that, I want to see you geek out, because that's how I know, oh yeah, we're gonna work. Because how you geek out and how you take the time to study, and they understand different frequencies and stuff like that. It's not just, oh, I'm just trying to make, no offense to anybody, that, it's not my intentions, but just trying to, I just need to make 15 beats a day so I can try to pump them out and get them sold. Like, where's the love? Because you can feel it. You're gonna be able to feel it. Like, I'm gonna flip it through your catalog. Okay, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, brother. These was nice. I appreciate it, but maybe send me another pack and we'll see what we can find in there.
We'll probably talk later. Who knows?
Talk later, right? But when you hit that love, it shows.
So let's go ahead and talk about your process in a session. So how does that go?
So process and session, it's a little different these days, because from all the work that we did, I'm blessed to have my own space and everything now. So let's go back to it. So my brothers, shout out to DS Genius. He's who I started with.
Shout out.
My first personal producer, and then my second personal producer, Jesse Carducci. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you so much.
Shout out.
Them two brothers, they just know me. Hit them up like, okay, just depending on what we on, we in the middle of an album on a project, or if we move to the next album, move to the next project, thinking this many songs. Send me what y'all got. This is the vibe. This is the feel. This is the theme. Because when it comes to anything that I do, I sit down and have a whiteboard session with myself. I have a whiteboard session with myself to map the project out. So I'm sitting there, theme, the structure, how many songs I wanted, what I need, all this stuff. But I don't even take before I touch the studio.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down and I'm having a whiteboard session with myself, a literal whiteboard session. I'm writing everything out of what I feel and how I want it to be. From that point on, when I get that, take that, give it to the fellas. They take it. They look, okay, cool, bet. Got you. Got the theme. We'll send you some stuff. They send me some beats. I go through them like, okay, yeah, this is the one. And from that point, sometimes the writing comes before. I might have, sometimes I'm driving. I might have a concept in my head, so I might, let me go ahead and type this out real quick. Like, just
depending on the project,
depending on what it is. So I just type it out, whatever, have it. I get the beat back from them or whatever. They send me some beats. I like it. I'll look through free lyrics that I done wrote, see if it's something there. If it's something there, cool. If it's not, we start from scratch. Get in there, sit with the beat for a little while, see what I can get. I'm pure old school, I feel, when it comes to it. I sit in, I can afford to do this now.
Yeah.
Probably that first day, I'm just sitting with the beat, listening to it. But if it catch like wildfire and I can finish that song, writing it in totality, I'm going in. I'm recording that day. But sometimes I get a beat, and like I was talking about earlier, I might want to free write. So I might just try to see what I can get out of it or whatnot, just to give me the structure of it. So it goes from that, sit there, got the song, we're writing, we're going through it. Song is complete. Now I have to move into phase 2, and I got to start mixing it. So I mix it a little bit or whatnot.
You mix yourself.
Yes. Yeah. So once again, it's been a long 8 years. It's been a long journey. A lot of information, man. We learned a lot. We learned quite a bit of a lot when it came to my music journey. So yeah, I'm primarily handling all the mixing, and then I also outsource to master every once in a while or whatnot, depending on who I'm working with, depending if it's a collaborative, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, KwaShonne sound is handled by KwaShonne. Hey. For the most part, or whatnot.
That's how it should be, unless you want to. Every artist is different, because even when I was interviewing Lex, he was talking about he record, he mix, and he master himself. Mm-hmm. Now, mastering is on another level.
It is on another level.
Yeah.
It is on another level. Trust me, guys. It's a full suite. As much as you can outsource, please do, but make sure that it's somebody that actually can. That's another thing, too. I don't work with nobody that doesn't see themselves working with KwaShonne or actually likes a KwaShonne song.
Yeah.
If you don't like, because I tell them straight up, I was like, I want somebody that works with me. So, because it's funny. You know how it is. It's social media, internet. A lot of people jump in your DMs. Oh, bro, heard, man, I do this, I do all of this. I was like, okay. But let's take one step back. I was like, how did you find me? I was seeing you on Instagram. Okay. Do you know any of my songs? I said, first of all, bro, go listen to my songs. See if you actually like what I do, my quality, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you actually have something that you like about me as far as my music and what I do, then come back to me and let's have a conversation. You started this thing all off wrong, bro. Like, we not finna do business at all if you don't even like what I do.
Know you as an artist.
I know me as an artist.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Nah, bro, I don't want to. No.
Yeah.
I've been very careful with whom I let around me.
Got to.
Within this, bro. And, that's why I feel that, I'm as strong as we are today because of that. So, first steps.
The first part of your session, I'm sorry, the whiteboard, that really triggered me because that is needed. A lot of artists are thinking of a blank space and they don't even know how to map it out. You got the blueprint already.
Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. Like, I've learned so much in
Yeah.
these 8 years, and the biggest thing, and I noticed that, and that's why I do what I do when I'm outside of the booth, and I want to help all of my juniors and people that come to me and they ask me so many questions. That's why I offer sessions to help them figure out what's going on. So I've been doing this for years. It hasn't changed. Like from the very first, them early days, when my uncle told me we learned the business first.
Yeah.
I went and got me a whiteboard. So every time I work on a project, and as an artist, this is hard. And if you know, trying to stay like I whiteboard it all out, have everything on this board, working on it, we're getting through everything, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like you get I be towards the end. It's like I'm almost done with this whole project, and then we're about ready to move into the rollout, and then I get an inspiration for something new, not even pertains to this. Like I'm coming back to you. Like, I just need you to sit right there. Let me finish this up first. I be fighting so hard, bro, not to start new projects. Thankfully, I've been very disciplined to do it. But just going back, artists these days, man, it's important that you sit and actually whiteboard out your project, your single, whatever it is, man, because you're not doing justice by your project if you're just throwing your music out to the wind. Yeah, I probably heard this from a whole bunch of different people, but the difference between them and me is you should need to come sit down with me and let's actually book a session, bro. Let's sit down and roadmap your rollout. Because, like, we're going to go deep, we're going to go granular, and we're going to make sure that your music has a fighting chance. Bro, it was a statistic I seen, bro. It's over 2 million. Is it 2 million or 2 billion? It's either over 2 million or 2 billion songs on all DSPs, right?
I think it's 2 billion.
So
it's a lot.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
Over half of them have 0 plays. 50% of those, 0 plays.
Because they just posted and that's it.
Throwing music to the wind and thinking that that's the correct way to do it. Yes, we're in a digital age. It is easier to release music.
You might go viral from that one, but it's rare.
But very rare.
Yeah.
The way that you should treat a song is how you treat your body, how you treat anything that you care about, right? You should give it the proper time and attention and build around it. You need to have a plan.
Exactly.
You need to have a plan. Okay, this is the song, this is the content matter. What is going to be the best way to make this live and get stuck in people's head? And I'll tell you that. I'll give you the answer. You create an experience around it. Anything that you've ever loved and that sat with you for a long time, it was an experience.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. You experienced it. They stuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do with your music. You should create an experience, and that's why the whiteboard is so essential. And that's why I tell everybody, all my proteges, all my youngins that come through that I've had a hand of helping them with, they'll tell you, KwaShonne ain't gonna pull out that whiteboard. He gonna tell you to go buy a whiteboard. The first day before we do anything, like, bro, I'm ready to record, man. Let's hop in the studio.
Step one. I
say, no, what you need to do is you need to go get a whiteboard.
Yeah, don't even skip it because
you can't.
When you visually see, if you have something tangible that helps you to move forward instead of just having it in your mind, just like when we was talking about free writing, because if you have the money and you got the session, hey, do what you want to do. But before that, you should map out exactly, okay, what should I call the project? Who I want on the project? What producers I might want? Do I want to mix it myself? Do I want to book at this studio? It all comes down to
I have skits like with everything,
all that.
The structure of it, like go deep.
Got to. Don't play with it. Make sure that you focus on, okay, he told me to get this whiteboard. Just write something random like whiteboard. What now? Step 1.
There you go.
I wrote on it. Step 2. This might be the song I want to work on.
There you go.
Hey,
watch how it comes to you.
Yeah. You just got to get lost in your creativity. Mm-hmm. A lot of people feel like, of course, you got the music business, you got the artistry, but you need to have a blend of both.
That's what it is. It's the music business. Like that's the term, right?
Yeah.
So it's 50% the music, 50% the business. Not just being generous with it, right?
Yeah.
It really may be in this day and age 10% the music. Because let's just be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that do be going viral and stuff like that, y'all.
They got a machine behind it.
It may not be the best, but one thing that 90 behind it is the machine. Why it's stuck in your head, why it keeps playing, why you can't get away from it, why you keep hearing it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's important to learn the business part. You can't forget it. And the first step is that I would give you from KwaShonne is that, man, go get that whiteboard. Please go get that whiteboard.
Go ahead.
And if you sitting and you stuck and you want to know how to use it, let's book a session with your boy, man. We'll get you that.
Okay.
Get you that roadmap going, so to help you out.
So one thing I do want to talk to you about, because we
Talk to
did
me.
talk a little about it, SMG Ventures.
SMG Ventures.
Yeah,
Yes.
so talk a little about that. Because when I went to your Instagram page, of course you see people got their link in bio, they got
Yes,
their
yes,
music,
yes.
but you took the time to just have that sit on your profile.
Well, it's because SMG Ventures is holds a special place in my heart. So let's go back to the beginning once more.
Yeah.
Go back to the beginning. This whole episode. I started with my uncle,
Hmm.
DJ Grip Green. Once again, Unc, I appreciate you so much. That's his baby. That was SMG Sabotage Music Group. He's had this business since the 80s. He's worked with an amalgam
Oh
of
wow.
artists. Yeah, he's had an amalgam of artists that he's worked with or whatnot. So he's seen a lot.
Yeah.
He's been on the independent grounds for a long time. He's seen a lot of things happen. That way, he was able to pour into my cup and then tell me that you need to go seek this other knowledge that I may not have out for yourself. Nephew, times change.
Yeah.
The way that the industry changed, but the core principles stay the same. So he's always had SMG. The beautiful thing about it is that my late cousin, his son, my younger cousin, he had passed away a few years ago or whatnot, but he was groomed. Remember we was talking about those prodigies? That boy there,
Yeah.
Prodigy. Some of the most beautiful music you will ever hear in your life till today. It's amazing. But Sabotage Music Group started as a record label conglomerate or whatnot that he had, working with many artists or whatnot, had moments of what we call these days virality.
Yeah.
Had moments of, peak or whatnot. So what SMG involved in too is a music agency today. And when Unc decided to take that leap to make this transition into an agency, he brought on his brother, my other uncle, and myself as well to be co-owners of SMG. And basically what it is it's an agency that focuses on pretty much what we've been talking about this whole episode, artist development, brother.
Yeah.
Artist development, making sure that all the artists have the tools that they need if they wanted to, whichever route you want to go. You want to be an independent artist, you're going to be knowledgeable on how to make deals, how to carry yourself, how to stand out here as a real solidified, put together artist. If you want to get signed, you're going to know you're going to look good enough to get signed, and you're going to know how to broker deals for yourself so that you're not catching the back end or whatnot. So it's an agency that hosts a suite, an array of different services from, the simple stuff.
Yeah.
Recording, mixing, mastering.
Basic.
All the way up to helping you with your roadmap, helping you with your rollout, getting your artist development together, making sure that you know the ins and outs of, your legal team, if this is a good idea, all of this stuff, right? So that's who Sabotage is. We had the pleasure of, and we've done many, many things. Last year was like our big lunch, and we did the Disruptor Awards or whatnot.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Man, beautiful
Congratulations,
time.
too.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. We Sabotage Music Group as a conglomerate. We had the idea that there's a lot of independent artists that's doing the work that are actually gotten some of the knowledge, and they're doing it in a high level. And we wait so much for other people to shine light on us that we want to take that back into our own hands, and we, through the Disruptor Awards, we put together the Disruptor Awards that honored independent artists from all over Atlanta. All over Atlanta, every ilk, every facet, and not just
Locally.
Local, hip-hop, rap, country. Like, we went in, like, we was pulling, like, everything. You can go to the smg.ventures website and see highlights and different things like that or whatnot, right? And this is an annual thing, so we'll be doing it this year as well, too. But it was a beautiful event to honor a whole bunch of dope talent, independent artists. The beautiful thing about it, it was free.
And then it's not just limited to one genre too.
No,
That's the blessing.
because that's not what SMG is. SMG's mission is to disrupt the music industry, to disrupt the music industry, right? By putting the power in the hands of the artists, make sure that they're knowledgeable and they know what to do and how to do it, right? So when it comes down to it, that's how we move.
Yeah.
That's how we move.
Hey, the information's out there. You just got to take the time to soak it in.
Yeah. Seek it out and soak it in.
Seek it out.
Seek and soak.
So, last two things I want to ask you
Talk to
before
me,
we
bro.
end this interview.
Man, already.
Because I see a
Good
tease.
time.
So, is that part of your brand?
So, I mean, those who know. So, I am KwaShonne, but most know me as well as the Vampire KwaShonne.
Vampire Equation.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And, that's who I am. That's what I embody, because my music is transformative.
Yeah.
Right. So once it gets its fangs into you, forever transform. Right. And because of my music and my contributions, I will always be immortal. So I'm going to be here for eons, baby.
The last thing I want to ask you,
Talk to me.
What is two goals you want to accomplish before the end of the year?
Two goals I want to accomplish for the end of the year is, well, I guess the biggest one is that I want to make sure that Welcome to the Show Act 2 is released. I've been working on this since this is the current project that we're working on, right?
Yeah.
So Welcome to the Show was my first project that I put out on all major platforms. That was the first one. So once I got all my paperwork right, copyrights and all that stuff finally came back, split sheets, all that good stuff. Well, back then, thank God I didn't have to worry about split sheets at that time. 5-song EP, and I was working with I was telling my cousin LT at the time. So, we was all right there in-house or whatnot. So everything was done the way that it was supposed to be, just for fun, for then or whatnot, right? It was like, we were just giving away each other verses. It was just me and him. Once all that was done or whatnot, I was able to lock in and be like, okay, damn, I got my paperwork, so let's go to DSPs. Release Welcome to the Show was very unorthodox back then, of course, like we're saying, trying things.
Yeah,
so
test it out.
Ended up doing a short film instead of just doing the conventional videos. But now, 8 years later, it's time to go into Act 2 of Welcome to the Show. I welcome people to the show, and they got to see all the things from Welcome to the Show all the way to E2 Brute now.
Oh, yeah, out now.
Definitely out now. I wanted to, make sure y'all go check that out. If so it's finna get hot again. So, music that you can listen to in every season.
Summer hits.
Summer hits, I'm trying to tell you. Still hits. So now it's time to give everybody Welcome to the Show Act 2. So this is the second part. It's a sequel to Welcome to the Show, but this time, it's an album. Instead of just being a 5-song EP. We're going to have 12 songs on there. So that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I'm working on. That's a goal that I want to accomplish. And I think 2 is, what is 2?
What is 2?
What is 2? It's so many, honestly, it's so many things. This year is so packed full of things, bro, that it's hard.
It can be overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming to just choose which one. I think that I want to say that 2 is releasing this podcast that's getting ready to come out.
In September.
September the 2nd is supposed to be is scheduled to be our first episode release, right? And then I'm a September baby myself, so my birth month, so it's supposed to be
make it special.
It's gonna be very special. Episode 2 will fall on my birthday.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the second biggest thing that I am looking forward to, for the simple fact of how we've been talking. We've been giving a lot of game. I hope y'all been soaking it up.
Hopefully,
this whole podcast. And that's what this podcast is going to be centered around or whatnot. It's called The Missing Piece. It's answers for today's artists. And I want to make sure that this information is getting into the hands that it needs to be into, and that they know that, if they need more help, that they can come and, sit down with your boy and get more knowledge and whatnot. So those two things, the album and the podcast, I think is the two biggest goals that I want to accomplish this year.
As y'all heard, if y'all need guidance, hit my boy up, KwaShonne. He has experience, and he's not just saying 8 years for nothing, because there's people who walk in thinking like, oh, I could do all this. You got to develop yourself. If you passionate about something, you're not just going to, I might do this for like 2-3 years, see how it goes. No, it's a longevity, career base, passion. Mm-hmm. And when you're passionate about something, it's not about the money, it's not about the time, it's about the value and the memories you create.
That you create, because let me tell you, bro, if you're a real artist, if you're in the beginning, don't get scared, because you'll see it happens. If you haven't contemplated quitting 4 to 5 times in this industry, it ain't cut out for you. Because you go contemplate it a multitude of times, like, I can't stand this shit, it's over with, bro, I'm done, I'm not doing music. It's okay to take your break, and I'm saying that. It's okay to take your break. Don't try to uphold yourself to the standard of the industry of the higher levels. Understand they're dropping 4 or 5 tracks, tapes, EPs, projects, and within a year. That's because they have the team and the resources to do that. You too will get there, but make sure that you're taking your time, make things that are meaningful, and that's going to yield you better in these earlier years, I'm telling you. And the better you get, the more that you're able to do more things and put stuff out. So you'll get there, but you need to take your time. Take your time. It's going to be okay.
Develop yourself.
Develop. Growth and development, man. That's what it's all about.
Well, real quick, I want to tell you thank you for coming through, having this quick discussion. A lot of gems, man.
Thank you, bro. Like, this is great. Like I said, like, because obviously I have my rollout planned or whatnot.
Yeah.
But when you hit me up and you was like, bro, come through, I'm like, yeah, Let's do
Okay.
it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is fine. This would be the first. This is like I had a whole different day or whatever. I was like, this would be great or whatnot, right? You know, you family or whatnot. TK coming here and do his thing. Make sure
Shout
y'all.
out to TK.
Hey, if you need a place to perform, take off ATL.
Every Tuesday, take off
Every
ATL.
Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I'm telling you, it's great. It's his family here. They actually care about you. I'm telling you, man.
485 Flash Shows Avenue, if y'all need the address.
At the
8
Treehouse.
p.m. to 2 a.m. You perform a 5-minute set, network with artists, producers, engineers. KwaShonne might be in the building too.
I might be in the building. We might can talk. Hey, I'm always looking and I'm always watching because when it comes to the Disruptor Awards, it's non-biased, baby. So, like, we actually vote. We got to vote and commit to everything. So, I see what I like. You might get nominated.
Hey, you got to put it out there. Put it out there.
It's a beautiful thing.
But from everybody at Rebel Ears, want to tell everybody thank you for listening and watching. Keep tuning in.
See y'all soon.